Hello and welcome to another episode of Dubai or Not to Buy Real Estate Podcast here at our office in 21st Century Real Estate. And today it's an absolute pleasure to have with me the #1 real estate broker nominated by Arabian Business Magazine for the year 2024. The person who have a track record of 25 billion dirhams in sales, the star of the Dubai reality show, the $1 Million Listing, the founder of 3 real estate companies, the man and only Mr. Ben Bandari.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for
Great
coming.
introduction. I feel very, very honored to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I love
Mr.
the
Ben.
name of the show. It's to buy or not to buy, or is it
Dubai.
Dubai or not to buy?
It's a Dubai or not to buy.
Amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a wordplay.
Yeah.
Because of course,
Love it.
Dubai or not to
yeah,
buy,
exactly.
right? So Ben, of course, you have a very big history. There is so many places we can start off, and I chose to start a little bit from your background. So as we know, you're Canadian origin, and your family had a restaurant business, and you started to work with them since early age.
Yes.
So can you please let us know how this experience helped shaping the man you became, the successful man you became today?
Absolutely. So yes, I'm Canadian, born a Canadian, 76, not 76 years old, 1976.
Yes,
So
of course.
I'm hitting 50 next year.
You're
believe it or
49.
not. I'm
I
49.
think, yeah.
Yes, just turned 49. So I started very early on, at the age of, I think it was 11, 12 or 13, very extremely young. And my parents owned 3 restaurants, Arby's. It's a fast food, American fast food chain. It's,
Nice.
it's that cowboy hat. And my mom believed that she should just throw me into the deep end and have me work at a very young age, which I did not enjoy. However, when kids were basically playing in their backyards or with other kids on the weekends, I was basically in the restaurant cleaning. Cleaning basically dishes and going around the what do you call it? It's been so long. Cleaning tables and basically, and then when I got older, I started taking orders and basically greeting people. And then I started working in the back making sandwiches. And then after, when I was like 16, 17 years old, I became a manager and I started managing the staff as well.
Beautiful.
So
from early age.
It was very progressive at a very young age. I started learning the ins and the outs of the business, and having obviously my parents owning the restaurant, it helped me a lot.
Perfect.
Throughout that business. And even when I was young, I was 11 years old, I used to wear the uniform, but I had like the visor, the hat, which would just keep falling down because I was so small.
Yeah.
And then I remember people would ask me like, "Hi, you do you actually work here?" And I'd be like, "Yes." And I'd be like, "Is it legal for you to work in this restaurant?" And I'd be like, "Well, my parents own it, so yes, it is legal."
In Canada, I think it's not something very common to see.
I didn't have a social insurance number. I wasn't legally. I could not be working, but my mom threw me into the workforce. So it was, looking back, it helped me out throughout my career.
Exactly.
It gave me that entrepreneurship drive, and it was great.
100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, I asked you this question because I can relate a lot to you. The same thing happened to me. We had the sports shop, and my mom, since very young age, she used to leave me alone on Sundays and used to give me what's worth 2 dirhams per day to spend the whole day, and then some extra money if I sold something, just so I can start learn how difficult it is to make money. So this is why this story of yours inspired me and reminded me of my childhood a little bit.
That's awesome.
Yes, and to me also,
You gotta love our moms, huh?
Yes,
right?
of course.
They're looking out for
absolutely
our best.
This is how we became. This is what helped shaping us.
Exactly.
So Ben, after that, you grew up and you were like everyone. You were supposed to go to college, I believe, and then I think you dropped out of uni.
Yes.
And you chose to benefit from your time and invest your time in more beneficial place that you thought that it makes more sense to you.
Yes, that was partying and going out with my friends on the weekends, actually. Believe it or not,
that's experiencing life, basically.
It is experiencing, right?
Exactly.
Life There's ups and downs. It's
100%.
experiencing everything. And I don't have any regrets, to be honest with you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, university was not for me. Studying, it was just boring.
Yeah. So what happened? What options you had on the table other than partying that led you? We know that, of course, at the end you came to real estate and you succeeded in this field, but before joining this market or before taking this big decision of yours, what other options you had at the table, and what was the thought process of yours and the challenges that you faced to in this period, and how did you end up choosing this successful career?
Okay, great question. So I had no choice, to be honest with you. I just knew that I didn't want to study. The one thing that really gave me drive in my life, my mother from a young age always put me into sports. So I played tennis, I played football, I played rugby, you name it. I was very competitive and I excelled in every sport that I played. And after I excelled, I would get bored and then I'd just go on to the next sport. So I was very competitive from a young age. When I decided to drop out of university, I really didn't have any options. I didn't have any choice. I kind of had a bit of a silver spoon in my mouth, you could say, because I was from a middle class family and I was living with my parents, and I'm like, you know, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
It'll always,
there was no
I'll
pressure.
always have my parents, and I'll have something to fall back on. Yeah, there was absolutely no pressure, but until the pressure really was thrown on me. My parents, obviously coming from a Middle Eastern background as well, such as yourself, our parents want us to become either a doctor or an engineer, right?
Yes.
So I was somewhat of a kind of a failure dropping out of university. So there was a lot of pressure on me. How I got into this industry, my parents have always invested in real estate. They were always investors, buying and selling. So I kind of saw that growing up. Beautiful. And it was always in my DNA. However, it was just by chance and by, I mean, God's faith, you know, like it just happened. I really was not in a good place, and at home and also career-wise, I was a bit not sure of what I was going to do. So I kind of confided in a family friend which was close to my parents, and I told him my situation, and I said, and he asked me, what do you want to do? And I told him I want to travel the world and I want to be successful and I want to make good money. And he said, okay, come work for me then.
Beautiful.
And I said, okay, wow, what do you do? And he's like, international trade. Let's do it. Yeah. Every person that I know is in the import-export business, is making good money. So yeah, let's do it. And so he kind of assured me that if you listen to me, if you stick with me, by the age of 30, you're going to be a millionaire. And so he kind of gave me faith.
Okay.
He gave me faith, and I was just a young kid. You know, I was 24, 25 years old, and you know, like children these days, I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. They're much smarter than we were when we were younger. You have access to the internet. You know, like they blow my mind. I was not very smart guy, because if I was, I would have done things differently when I was younger.
I would say we were street smart more than
You're right.
Absolutely. Like, today's generations are different, because for us things we had to hustle more to get our things done.
100%. You're right. And so by chance he's like, okay, come and work for me, and I said, let's do it. So I sat in his Vancouver office for about a year, stared at the wall, and then I was just getting a bit frustrated and a bit bored. And then after a year, he's like, you know, pack your stuff, and I want you to come to Dubai. I said, where is Dubai? It's like, it's somewhere in the Middle East. Just, you know, grab your stuff, and next week I'm sending you a ticket, and I'll see you in Dubai.
Which year was that?
This was 2000.
Wow.
Right?
There was nothing.
None of this existed. Right where we're sitting, you've got the Burj Khalifa behind us. I can see the old town. I see all of downtown Dubai. So when I came for the first time, you had the defense roundabout.
Yes.
And then you had, right where the Burj Khalifa is, was where the military used to train.
Ah, wow.
So when you're driving on the defense roundabout, you could see the military.
Wow. And that's it. That's
and then it was all desert. It was all dirt and sand.
Yeah.
You had the Emirates Towers, which just basically came up, and that's where my office was. And so I came for like 2-3 weeks. It was 3 weeks, and I got bored. It was not the same Dubai it was today.
Obviously.
Right? And I didn't have my friends, I didn't have my family, and I was just like, it was a bit of a culture shock as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my boss, listen, I can't do it. I need to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, don't go back. You're making a mistake. And I insisted, and I went back. And after a year, I picked up and nothing was happening again.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped working for him, so I went back. I was a dishwasher in a restaurant. I started delivering pizza, which I haven't told anyone, right? And it was just like things were not going good. But for some reason, I had like this inner divine feeling that I knew I was going to become successful at whatever I did. I just had this this hunger and this drive and this feeling. And even though things were not good, I felt good and I was optimistic about life, right? And I think it was just the mindset.
Absolutely.
And so I called him up and I said, listen, I'm willing to give Dubai another chance, right? And he's like, okay, sit tight and I'll let you know when to come. Took a year.
To come back.
1 year. He literally, and when I came, he said, listen, I didn't bring you back right away. I wanted you to basically suffer.
Yes.
I want to punish you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow. Right? So I came and he threw me in a 1-bedroom with 5 other people.
Oh my God.
It was like military. It was horrible. It was really bad. But looking back, this is what made me the man that I am today.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it and I'm thankful.
Absolutely.
And I was on a very low salary, and then I started, that was 2002 by the way, July. And then I started, he gave me a car and he's like, this is our office, Emar is over there, drive down Sheikh Zayed. He gave me a car, he tested me to see if I could drive down Sheikh Zayed Road. And it's not the same as it is today. There was no divider. I remember laborers running across the street.
Wow.
Yeah, people literally standing in the middle of Sheikh Zayed waiting for the traffic and then running.
Wow.
It was crazy. And then Media City, Internet City, none of that existed.
Of course.
You had the 6 towers were just literally going up, and you had the Emar Sales Center. And so he's like, go and sell real estate. And that was it. That's how I started my real estate career. And that's how I got thrown into real estate.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Of course. Yes. A beautiful history.
Yeah.
Man, what an inspiring story.
Thank
honestly, looking at it now, that's 2022, so it's 23 years almost.
Yeah, it's 23 years.
23 years of career with the birth of the market, I'm assuming also.
Right, from the very start, from the freehold. Yeah, there was not one ready freehold property at that time. Yeah.
And then when it started and with the first boom, you were here.
I was here. I saw it all. I've seen it all. Yeah.
Wow. So
some of my staff are not even 23, to be honest. I tell them, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you weren't even born when I was doing real estate.
Exactly. So, man, honestly, with this solid experience and long experience as well, if you would have restarted all over again with the mindset that you have today, what things you would have banked on more and what things you wouldn't done it at all?
Oh my God. Great question. Generally, my motto in life is don't look back and no regrets. Whatever you've done is just a learning curve, and obviously
we're saying just time came back, and then
I would have done things differently if I knew what I know today. Obviously,
exactly.
Right? I'd probably own half of Dubai. But it's like I said, it's a learning curve.
Absolutely.
So my 2009, 2008, I experienced my first recession ever.
Exactly.
From 2002 up until 2008, it was a great run. We were making so much money. It was like working at McDonald's, just ordering. It wasn't real estate. People were just coming here and buying paper, buying off plan. Nice. I remember one property we bought and we sold in the same day. We made 1 million dirhams.
Wow.
Right? Can you imagine? Just a piece of paper.
Honestly, no, I cannot imagine.
1 million dirhams in a day. And it was just hype and FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes.
And Dubai, at that point, it was it had the most cranes in the world, and it was just it was really on the map. And then, boom, the subprime and the recession and the global recession happened, right?
Yes.
So that I experienced, and then I lost, and half of my wealth was just wiped out. because we had invested a lot in off-plan. We bought floors, we invested with our investors. Because a lot of our investors are like, okay, put your money where your mouth is.
Okay.
So we were forced to invest with them, and we were making money, and they were making money,
Of course.
So we got caught up in that whirlwind. And I lost half of my wealth, and my partner, I had a friend who was my best friend and is a good friend still, but I haven't seen him for years now. He had written a check, so he had to fly out. Otherwise they would have thrown him in jail. I was very fortunate that I didn't write checks, and I never carried my checkbook with me. That's it was always in a safe.
Yeah.
And
these are the stories that we heard about Dubai. People left their cars, and left everything, and then just left Dubai because of this.
Yeah, I mean it was the world as well, right?
Yes.
A lot of people in the U.S., everywhere. It was a global phenomenon. But yeah, so a year and a half, 2 years of depression, not doing anything, not working, thinking the market is finished. Okay, what am I going to do? Real estate is not.
So the market was still in those 2 years?
I wouldn't say still. See, that's where I learned. Because I saw people in the market doing real estate, right? At that time, for example, you had a lot of newcomers. All the big companies today started then.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And they basically weathered the storm.
Exactly.
And they grew with the city, because what I didn't know is the market, not only if it's volatile, if it goes down, it will also go up.
Absolutely.
Right? I had only seen the good times.
Yes.
And so instead of basically
banking on
it and realizing that you can make money in a downturn market as well.
You went into the pressure.
Yeah, so I learned a lot.
It's a good lesson.
Yeah, it was a good lesson to learn, and so that's why I ended up setting my real estate company Benco today, where we're about 50 strong now, 60, I think we're 60 hitting 70.
Nice.
I started that during COVID when everyone was shutting down.
Oh, beautiful.
Because I had learned.
Yes.
From the 2008.
So many real estate success stories, they start with, I started when everyone was retrieving.
Yes.
So when everyone was falling back, I pushed in. I remember the first person before I joined real estate, I was watching all the big guys from US, and Mauricio, the
agency.
The agency, yes. So he was explaining about this, and he said that I think also in COVID he opened, and he said that when everyone else was cutting on their budgets for the marketing, he invested. He doubled his investment to be everywhere, and it was cheaper for him.
Yes.
Like money was
less competition.
Exactly. So it's really eye-opening, like now, because we're hearing there is something that's gonna be coming. So we need to take some action. And this actually takes us to our next question, Ben. You've been here. You witnessed 3 full cycles of the market, ups and downs. What can you tell us about the market of today, and what can you say about the rumors that are floating around the market? We all saw the Fetch report that the market will be dropping 15%, or like the oversupply. I mean, we're seeing it. We're not waiting for any report. We're seeing that there is a big supply coming to the market. So we're expecting some sort of correction, because this is only healthy for the market, right?
Yeah.
So what can you tell us that would be different? How did Dubai evolve within those years, and how did it mature to protect itself from such a strong fall like previous years?
Right. So I think there's already a correction. I think we've already seen it. We're already going through it.
We're living it.
We're living it, which is normal in any market.
Yes.
Right. What's important is the demand is still there. 100%. There's a huge demand globally. We're seeing investors, buyers, they're flocking, they're coming in from everywhere around the world, which we've never seen before. We have buyers coming in from South America, like Brazil, Venezuela. These are countries which
very far,
very, very far, and they never bought. We at least had never seen it, and the numbers were significantly much lower than they are today, right? So the demand is huge. Dubai, UAE is, and when I say Dubai, I'm talking about the UAE, right? 100%. Like RAC has never seen these record sales. Abu Dhabi has huge plans, right, with the announcement of Disney, and there's so much going on here. We have partners all over the U.S., from New York to L.A., Canada as well. Everyone's talking about Dubai. Everyone wants to come here. Everyone wants to do business.
Yes.
Some of the biggest agencies over there are looking at setting up over here. We're in discussions with them from Australia.
Wow.
Australia, on the 24th of this month, we have someone very special coming. He's got his own TV show as well. We have a podcast set up. Maybe I'll ask him to come and join your podcast as well. But all these guys are basically intrigued. They see what's happening in the UAE, in Dubai, and Abu Dhabi, and they're interested. They want to be a part of it.
100%.
So when the world is talking about it, then
it's different now.
It's different.
And I want to ask you, actually, this is something that came in my mind, and I also think it's a valid argument. And correct me if I'm wrong. Previously, there was not as many families as today that they are considered. Of course, they are foreigners, but they are Dubai-born families that they want to live here and stay here. And they're looking for some townhouses, they're looking for bigger apartments. It's couples who met in Dubai and they have families now and they want to stay in Dubai. Previously, it was mostly single people who are coming newly and they might buy. Or the majority of the purchases also were per investors, not from families or homeowners. Yeah. Exactly. So do you think this also is a factor to look at for the market to stabilize it more? Like, did this help the market, or it's not, the numbers 100%. Were not?
I mean, look, you have speculators, you have investors, you have end users, you have first-time buyers. The mortgage rates or the mortgage has skyrocketed. Banks basically are lending much more than they were before.
Exactly.
I myself, I'm the best case study. I'm here 23, 24 years now. My children were born here. I have a 10 and a 7-year-old.
Nice.
They live with my ex-wife. I met my current wife here as well. We don't plan on going anywhere else in the world. Exactly. It's the best place to live. It's 100%. The safest place to live. There's no other country that I can think of that has more opportunity. It's investor friendly. You can come set up a company within a week, 2 weeks. There's very little red tape. You have developers flocking here as well, setting up, buying land, because there's, for example, in the US, in London, it takes months, years to basically get approvals. Here, it's just so fast, so quick. It's so investor friendly. So people are coming here to live.
100%.
The service industry, the hospitality, it's second to none. It's best in the world.
100%.
I have 3 live-in nannies. I mean, with 2 for my kids, with my ex-wife, 1 that lives in. You've got all the services, and this is just the smallest things. Yes. From like McDonald's delivery. I don't eat McDonald's because I'm on a diet. My wife would kill me. But like in Canada, you don't have that.
Yes.
You have CAFU service that comes to your house.
Exactly. I was just about to talk about this.
Just basically fills up your tank. Where in the world do you get that?
Exactly. I always
and you don't pay
example.
extra. It's the same as any gas station.
Yes.
Even the full service. You go in. Some guys there basically fill in your tank.
100%.
In Canada, US, you've got self-service. You've got full service.
The cold, you need to go out of your car.
In the US, you have to go and pay for the gas before you even you even fill the tank.
Yeah, and they give you your share.
Right. So it's a completely different world.
Yeah, Dubai spoiled us. I always say, like, when we travel for vacation, sometimes I look at things and I say, do you guys still do this like this here? Dubai.
They do. They still do it.
Yeah. Ben, since I have you here, I want to benefit and ask you one hands down question, straightforward.
Of course.
Ben Bandari, if today you want to park your money somewhere for 5 years and the amount is 10 million, where would you go put it? Where would you split? Would you split it? Would you go for cash flow? Would you go for capital appreciation? What do you think the best investment would be for 10 million dirhams? The strategy.
You're gonna get me in trouble. Right now, at this particular time, I would probably invest in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Because of Disneyland, or because of all the
Well, look, Disneyland is obviously
one of the factors,
but it's got a lot of factors.
AI city.
Well. You have, I mean, look, Yas Island, Saadiyat Island Cultural District. You have everything that Dubai has, but I think it has a bit of catching up to do to Dubai, which it's doing.
Wow.
So I think the prices are much more affordable
today than in the future.
But I think there's an opportunity where it can double, even triple as well.
Wow.
With all the offerings Abu Dhabi has to offer. I'm a big fan, but of course I live in Dubai. I love Dubai. We have investments in Dubai. Majority of our deals are in Dubai. So there's opportunity. There's always good opportunity in Dubai, as you know.
Of course,
right?
Of course. No, that's good. It's like eye-opening. Honestly, my only concern with Abu Dhabi, always on the back of my mind, is that it's a bit difficult to sell the property later on. I don't know, like how because I have a personal experience, honestly, with a family member that bought. Okay, the prices did increase, but then we struggled to sell it. Honestly, that was the only thing.
Where was that? Reem Island?
On Reem Island, exactly.
Yeah, like I said, it has a bit of catching up to do.
Yeah.
But it'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got.
It's good. No, it's good to hear it from you, actually, because, of course, because of your experience, and in the back of my mind, I do think that I see all the big projects they have, but still, that was just on the field. That was like something that I didn't expect.
Yeah. No, Abu Dhabi is not the same Abu Dhabi it was 2 years ago.
True, actually.
It's Aldar is launching projects. You have Mudan there as well, but they sell out in record time. Like, they launch the projects. It's very difficult to get units.
True.
As well. And to be honest with you, a lot of our inquiries from the US and Canada, they're like, is there anything in Abu Dhabi? So there's a lot of demand and a lot of inquiries.
Nice. I mean, it's only winning, for everyone when another emirate other than Dubai is going mainstream.
100%.
Also.
It's one country, winning. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a win-win for everyone. Ben, I have one more personal question that I forgot to ask you at the beginning. There is one big deal that you did a while back. I think it was 15 floors in D1, right? And 32 units in Versace, exactly. This was for one client?
It was two clients.
Two clients?
They were partners, yes.
And they bought for 1 billion dirhams?
Yes.
One deal for 1 billion dirhams?
Yes.
Wow. Can you walk us a little bit through the decision process, such as how did you evaluate the risks for them, the project's return, the project returns, like the objections, the negotiation, like, was it that easy for you, or did they want it, you booked it for them, or how those deals happen? It's a 1 billion dirham deal.
Yeah, so it was kind of it fell in my lap. So my ex-wife was working for someone in the pharmaceutical industry.
Okay.
And he was, you could say, about a billionaire. I'm not sure if he's an actual billionaire, but he was very wealthy.
Okay.
And then he had a partner in London who was probably the second richest guy in his ethnicity.
Okay.
And so she told me that he's looking to buy real estate. And I said, okay, set up a meeting. So I went to his office, and the guy was investing in art mainly. And he had real estate in New York and Paris and all over the world. And he said, you know what, I've never invested here, but I'm looking to invest. So I said, okay, what are you looking at doing? Do you want to develop? Do you want to buy land acquisition, this, that? Can I introduce you to some developers? And I could see that he was so into brands, right? Everything from head to toe was like brand. Brioni, like all the brands you can think of, the highest brand.
Nice, good catch.
And so that deal took about 4 or 5 months, of course, to structure, and I introduced them to the MD of the development company. At that time, it was Emirates Sunland, Sohail Abedian, who had come from Australia, and then the Sheikh also got involved, which was his partner. And so we talked about discounts, we talked about payment plan, we talked about everything you can think of, everything that's involved in the sales cycle. And what they actually did was they underwrote. They underwrote. So they bought for us to resell.
Okay.
And obviously there was a profit which they would make.
Of course.
And then they decided that if they underwrote and we had resold it and they made money and obviously everyone was happy, then they would invest into the development company as well.
Wow.
And become partners and shareholders in JVs and the next few other developments. So yes, we sold the 32 units and the 15 floors. And I think within 2 to 3 months, we sold all the stock on their behalf. And I ended up becoming a partner in the project sales and marketing company with the developer.
After such a deal,
right. So the guy asked me, he's like, okay, can you come and run my development company?
Wow.
So I set up the whole infrastructure, everything from accounts to marketing to sales to everything. And that was a good learning curve for me as well. I learned because I ended up working with a developer and seeing the ins and the outs and the different departments and basically what was needed. And they were an Australian-based company, so they had the experience, but it was different because obviously being and operating in Australia is different than the UAE.
Of course.
So I had the UAE knowledge, they had the Australian knowledge, and then together we set up Emirates Sunland and Emirates Sunland Property Services. So
nice.
It's a great experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And already like the number speaks on its own how big the experience was.
Yeah, it was very blessed.
And if I'm not mistaken, you had someone famous with you on this.
Well, she wasn't famous at that time.
Oh, yeah, true, actually.
Yeah, at that time she was just one of our employees.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I just saw this on a video of yours on short, and then you said you had one of Dubai Bling stars.
Yes.
And to me, I was like, I started the cast started to go in my mind, and like all of them. And she didn't come in my mind, but then when I started to think, like, does, like, for example, Brahim was in real estate, or like I don't know, any of them was in real estate. Then I remembered that there is one in real estate already, you know,
and she's Lebanese, she's from my country. But if you would have gone in the comments and read it, she commented and said, "Oh, really? Yes."
Oh, wow.
So you can go on the Instagram and see her comment.
Nice.
But yeah, she was. So she came from Lebanon, no real estate experience.
Still fresh at that time.
Very fresh. She didn't know where Sheikh Zayed Road was, but she was very intelligent, very smart. Majored in finance, people's person.
Beautiful. No, she's definitely a successful woman. Without any doubt.
She's done a great job.
Absolutely. Ben, first of all, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
I'm gonna ask you last 5 questions. I would like an answer of you, just a simple yes or no. This to give some motivation for the viewers, because honestly, I was in so many difficult situations, and sometimes people, they tell me one sentence you say or one idea you put out, it really changed our mind, or it gave us a different look on life. So number 1 question, of course, you're a person who is successful now, who reached a very high place. Did you ever thought of quitting before reaching success? Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good. Do you believe failure is necessary for growth?
Yes.
Very good. And do you think spirituality is involved in real estate?
Yes.
Beautiful. Are you a spiritual person?
Very.
More than religious?
Much more than religious.
Beautiful.
I believe in all religions.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Did you ever took a risk that everyone else told you not to take,
Yes.
and you took it?
Setting up my company during COVID.
Amazing. We were talking about it earlier, and that's the crazy thing to do when everyone else actually tells you not to do it.
Yes.
This is where you should go full in. And the last question: was there any decision that changed your entire trajectory and your career?
Yes.
One single decision. Can you tell us a little bit what it might be? If you're not comfortable sharing it.
No, I can say it, but I don't want to. Okay. So finding the right partner in life.
Amazing.
Yes.
This is something very important actually.
I have my wife sitting there, so I have to say it.
Beautiful. No, actually, it's something very true. I'm also married man, and
yes.
I agree with you 100%. Like, if you're not with the right support, this is your other half, your significant half. If half of you is not the right match and not pushing you forward and not being your backbone and understanding the level that you are working towards, it's definitely not
either they can
very good point.
Pull you up or drag you down.
1,000,000%. Honestly, I think there is a lot of similarities, Ben.
Of course.
Ben, again, thank you so much for your time. I hope we'll have more of this together. We'll bring,
of course, anytime.
More business also together.
Yes, looking forward.
Yes.
Yeah, you've done a great job for us, actually.
Thank you.
To be honest with you.
Thank you.
I'm very thankful.
Thank you, man. Hopefully more things and bigger things will be coming.
Inshallah.
Thank you everyone for watching. That was the story of Mr. Ben, and this was another episode of Dubai or Not Dubai. See you in the next episode. Thank you, man.
Amazing. Thank you.